Instagram for kids, chocolate for dogs, sugar for children, cigarettes for babies. All of these things pretty much run along the same vein. And recently, what we found out was Instagram, i.e. Facebook, was planning on launching a Instagram for Kids platform. It's a platform for kids under the age of 13. Now, it may already seem like a colossal bad idea, but Facebook was forging ahead, but it is only this month, September 2021, where they pumped the brakes on it. Now, whether or not that brings it to a crashing halt or just a slowdown of when they launch, well, that's the topic for this episode and this segment, which was featured inside of my news cycle show for September 2021. My guest here is Kayla Knob, and we talk about Instagram for kids. Now, you may also hear me mention in this how I messed up the video. Well, to pull the curtain back a little for you, this was supposed to be a video. It didn't work. It was audio. I still recorded some video, and then I went back in post-production and made this entire segment and this entire show video. So if you'd like to watch it, you can also check it out at our YouTube page, youtube.com/Tricycle Creative, and you can see it on our website at tripodpodcast.com.
You're listening to Tripod, a podcast produced by Tricycle Creative to help safely navigate creative business owners through the worlds of digital marketing, strategic content creation, and business growth. Host Ross Erosion is a marketing consultant, content creator, and entrepreneur who brings you helpful tips, social media updates, inspiring interviews, and his own unique perspective on how to tell your story and grow your business. So if you're interested in being a better marketer, business owner, or creator, sit back, relax, and let's get pedaling.
All right, Kayla, I'm going to let you introduce this story because you introduced it to me, and I said, let's talk about it.
Yes, so this is interesting. As of a couple days ago, Facebook and Instagram are pausing their plans to launch Instagram for Kids, a plan that was fully in draft as of July. So I want to back up a little bit and talk about how we got here because this is crazy.
Crying and laughing at the same
I know. So back in March, the news actually broke on BuzzFeed News that Facebook, Instagram had the strategic plan to create an app focused on kids under 13. And for those of you that don't know, Instagram has an age requirement of 13 years and up, allegedly. And the goals were to cut down on kids lying about their age, to get access to Instagram prematurely, to give parents more of a controlled environment for their children. As you might be able to surmise, this backfired a little bit because by April, child safety organizations, Congress, everyone was already pushing against this move. And they were citing a lot of reasons, mental health reasons, privacy concerns, a lot of things that already plague children that are active on the internet. By May, there were 44 attorney generals signing a letter to Zuckerberg urging him to scrap this app. And in July, Facebook announced they'd be moving forward. Yeah. Now, how we got between July, where it was fully a go, and September, where they are now pulling back, was that this is just crazy. So the Wall Street Journal broke news that Facebook was housing documented reports on the negative impact of Instagram on children and teens, specifically girls. And it's just so
guys, if I don't laugh, I'm gonna cry. That's like, can we just pause and just officially crown? I mean, I know there's more to this story, so forgive me. I know there's more, but like, can we just crown Facebook as the Philip Morris of the digital generation? I mean, for the love of God, this is like candy cigarettes. It's like, God, Facebook, calm down.
Hey, Steve.
Oh, hey, David.
What are you up to?
I just got back from the doctor.
And you're excited?
Well, you know how recently I've been confused about my marketing?
Yeah.
Well, I've been unable to conduct simple marketing tasks. Plus, I have this persistent anxiety about posting on social media. I told this to the doctor, and he said I have MAP.
MAP? What's that?
Marketing analysis paralysis. It affects most creative business owners and in some cases can even lead to business failure.
Oh, man. But it seems like you're not worried about that happening to you.
Yeah, the doctor gave me this pamphlet.
Marketing Clarity Coaching Program by Tricycle Creative?
Yep, they have this 10-week intensive coaching program where they can help me better define my customers, build my brand identity, and when it's over, I'll have hundreds of content ideas and opportunities.
So obviously you're going to do it, right?
Yeah, I've been putting this off for too long. I'm going to head over to getmarketingclarity.com right now and book my 15-minute call.
Getmarketingclarity.com? I think I'll head over there too.
Yeah.
13-year-olds or sub 13-year-olds don't need access to Instagram. And I know, and here's the thing. I think that you brought this up, and at first I let it go, and then I reread it, and I was just like, I got so many feels about this. And I know. So I don't even know how to contain them all and like my frustrations. Because here's the other thing. The idea here is that this would be a separate like platform, right? At least from what we know?
Yeah.
So similarly, YouTube has like a YouTube Kids version, right? But let's talk about what lives on YouTube Kids. It's kids programming. The idea that a parent can go use that YouTube Kids app and pull up, I don't know what kids watch these days, but pull up a show that kids watch and just give a kid an iPad. I mean, agree with this parenting style or not? Let's put that on the shelf for now.
That's not what we're here for.
But just use case. Okay, right. Hey, watch Paw Patrol. You can watch all these episodes of Paw Patrol, and we know that the commercials on, if there are commercials on, I don't have YouTube Kids, I don't know, but like the commercials are probably kid friendly, however friendly kid commercials can be, but nonetheless they're vetted, blah 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 blah, right? Yep. So there's a very clear, again, I would say value added use case to YouTube Kids. Instagram, on the other hand, first of all, Instagram completely scrapped, and this goes back to, the ever-changing shiny object for Facebook.
Yeah.
2 years ago, Facebook was pushing IGTV really hard.
Yep.
Really hard. To the point where I even made, at the end of the year, to say, hey, this next year is going to be the year of IGTV. Boy, was I wrong. I'm never going to bet on a Facebook initiative again like that. Boy, was I wrong. But they were pushing long form. And that because I said, well, they did it before on the Facebook platform to drive video. Now they're just doing that on Instagram to compete with YouTube. So we have long form content on Instagram. And they were kind of killing it because it was vertical. It was one of the few that was vertical. So they were killing it. It was kind of a challenge for creators, but nonetheless, it was very unique. And it was the largest platform that was really leaning in on it. Then they gave up on it. And then Reels came around, and Reels became the shiny object for them. Like, goodbye, IGTV. It's not even at the bottom of your tray in Instagram. IGTV is gone. It's buried in Instagram. So my question here, saying all this, is what the holy hell is Instagram Kids even supposed to be?
And there really wasn't a lot out that I could find to be very specific. I know that they were talking about having greater parental control and hopefully it was going to be content for kids and by kids. And I don't know. To me, that sounds like just a monetization opportunity for family vlogger channels to put their kids on the internet and make money off of them, while the rest of kids are just engaging with another version of cyberbullying and other problems. Now, that's just my opinion, right? What I do know from a news study perspective is they had these reports. Instagram, Facebook internally had these reports, which included some kind of grave facts. I'll even put a content.
This is something this is an aspect I'm glad that you dug into this, because I didn't even have to see this, but I'd be curious to know.
I dug into it a little bit, so I'll even put a content warning on this because some of it's a little dark. They said that suicide in teen and preteen girls in the United States and the UK is being tied directly to Instagram and the influence of Instagram. Yeah. 1 in 3 teen girls are citing negative body image tied to social media, naming Instagram specifically. And that Instagram was identified as a source of body comparison, wealth comparison, and other lifestyle pressures by children under 13 as well as teenagers. So we've got a problem here. how do we want to trust Facebook and Instagram to build an app for children when the 13 to 18-year-old population using the Instagram app we use now is already in danger? Right.
And again, this is like this isn't even a marketing thing, but like, does the greater good outweigh like what we're going to get out of this?
Right.
Like, and it doesn't, because again, I cannot even think of, like, devil's advocate, what's the value that this platform could bring? Like, what, like, in a debate club, right? If I had to be on Facebook's side, and they'd be like, okay, you listen, here, you have to debate. What is my platform here?
Other than them making money, I can't find one.
Like,
and to be
greater
honest,
parental controls. Why don't you just do that on the normal app? Am I fucking crazy here? Like, just do it on the normal app.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like,
I know. And I do think that Instagram claims to be working on greater mental health support features for the 13 to 18 crowd that can use their app presently. I know there's a feature called Take a Break that they plan to roll out for everybody, which you can kind of turn your profile off without putting it away. So you wouldn't be able to get messages and comments and that kind of stuff if you just want to take a social media break. Those things are fine. There are plenty of things we could do within the app. The problem for me is that
I hide my likes also related to that. Do you hide your likes, by the way? Do you hide like count?
No,
I hide like count.
I don't, but I could if it started to bother me, for sure.
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think people should. I haven't, because to be honest, I don't spend enough time on Instagram to care one way or the other. But I will say, the reason I spend less time on Instagram is because it makes me feel bad. As a woman, as a person, as a business owner, it makes me feel bad more than good. Yeah.
You know, I think we've talked about this before, but like, when we're talking about the platforms, I'm just trying to think here. Maybe because I'm not overly conversational or in it that much, but I feel like I generally feel good about Twitter.
Yeah.
When I'm there, right? To your point, though, I mean, it could go sideways real quick.
Yeah.
LinkedIn is a overwhelmingly, like, braggadocious, sure, but positive place, right? We've talked about this before. Like,
yeah,
I enjoy a good LinkedIn, right?
Yeah. I mean, as a woman, you get creepy DMs everywhere, I will say. but LinkedIn isn't too bad.
What is wrong with people? And when I say people, I mean men. Really?
Right.
Like, what is wrong with us? I met my wife on Match. I can't even imagine what what a woman's life is like on Match. I can't even fathom the nightmare that is.
Well, and so to me, thinking, I don't think I'd want my 14-year-old daughter on Instagram seeing the same thing.
No joke.
You know, tying that back. And I mean, I think it's positive that Facebook and Instagram did some of those studies. But I also then go, okay.
They buried the results.
They buried the results. They buried the results, and then they're not using those results to make choices here. To me, ultimately, mental health is bad enough for adults that are self-managing our social media use. We're sitting here talking about adult women being harassed, and we're sitting here talking about our fatigue with platforms. I'm not a parent. I'll be very transparent. I'm not a parent. If I were, I don't know that I would know how to manage my child's usage any more than my own. I don't think we're ready for that. I just don't think we're ready.
Thanks for listening to Tripod. Be sure to subscribe and rate the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, Stitcher, or wherever you listen. For show notes and past episodes, go to tripodpodcast.com. Connect with Tricycle Creative on social media at Hello Tricycle and learn more about how we can help you with your marketing at tricycle-creative.com.